I am grateful to be here, and today I want to say thank you to the Minnesota Partnership Training Program. Thank you to St. Paul College. Thank you to the Morrissey Hospitality Group. Thank you to my family, my loved ones, and all that supported me and have supported me, my support system. I had the opportunity to work with so many great minds and learn as I try to explore a new career path and try to find meaning, new meaning to my life. I met new people and was reminded again the value of working with people, learning from them, and serving people. I had the opportunity to work at the St. Paul Hotel, to train at the St. Paul Hotel, to train at the Riverside Center, a River Center Hotel, and during this program, it was a blessing just to meet people who are talented, who are gifted, who are knowledgeable, but very humble in the way that they make time to teach and pour out that which they have. So I'm grateful for that. And we were told the last batch of students did so well that they provided us a greater opportunity and an added advantage of even getting paid during our teaching training days. So that was a blessing. That was not anything that I was expecting. This program has been so helpful. It provided me with a greater opportunity, greater learning opportunity. I was reminded of the value of hard work, the value of people, the value of community, and the value that I also bring to the community. A lot of times we don't see the value in us, and it's important to see that we are part of this greater ecosystem. We each have our place and are important, and united we build better, and divided a fall apart is not far-fetched. Food unites people in the way that it satisfies, be it in the art of its planning, expenses, labor, making, serving, and also in the fulfillment that its end product brings, in the satisfying of our hunger and quenching of our thirst. Communication and instructions are important. Safety, timing, temperature, and diligent care is invaluable to food operation. I learned all this through this program, and that was beautiful. To ensure safe food, thus minimizing and preventing foodborne illnesses and workplace hazards, which could happen, and a host of other things that could go well and wrong. And this knowledge that we gain is so important to be able to help us work. Now, while this may have been the basic, knowledge to get us to get us started, it was so important, the diligence with which they ingrained that in us and cheered us on not to give up. We went to the River Center Hotel, and everybody's cheering us and pushing us along and getting us involved in teaching us, taking their time in the busy, it was busy, and they were taking our time to teach us, and same with at the same St. Paul Hotel, so I'm grateful for that. The kitchen involves much more than I thought. It involves dedication, hard work, patience, and perseverance. It involves friendships, and such is life. I have always desired to feed and help others. It pains me to know that others go to bed or go through their day without food, a privilege that we take so lightly. Oftentimes in past, I wanted to make something and give out to those who did not have to eat, but I was worried about, safety and allergies and the law, so how that would work, because you don't want to get someone sick. So it's beautiful to be able to know those things. I'm excited about this learning experience, the knowledge, the skills, and the working relationships that I've formed. I also got to meet people that I would otherwise not have met except for this program, so I'm grateful for all of this. People may pass through this program, some may get what they're looking for and some may not, but a seed of hope for tomorrow has been planted. Even if they don't see it yet, it is an opportunity that paves way for the answers that they're looking for the rest, and for the blooming career that they desire. Coach Jinyu and his team worked tirelessly, some up front and others in the background, to make this magic happen. I and my colleagues are grateful to the Morrissey Hospitality Group as a proud supporter of this great work. I am grateful. I am grateful. They in doing what they do are not giving off. They're not only giving off themselves really and supporting the community, but they are giving people like us an opportunity to learn what we desire to learn and also find hope, and in whatever that may look like to us. I and my colleagues are grateful. Together, we'd love to ask the state of Minnesota and the community to keep this program going so that many people can benefit from it. It provides hope. Many lives are changed through this for the better, I hope. And the community, not to cut this program off, rather to support this great work. And we were told that the students before us paved a way by doing their best, and I hope that each and every one of us did our best to pave a way for even greater things to happen for the next set of people that they get this. Now I want to talk about what I gained. I learned kitchen valuable soft and hard culinary skills, sanitation, cooking methods, the importance of teamwork. And while we may not always agree, it's very important that we find a working ground and thrive. I was taught by everyone, Chef Ben, Chef Tom, Chef Jessica, Chef George, and a host of others. I was taught by the utility cooks, the cleaners, basically everyone, including the kind people who brought us from St. Paul College to the kitchen, to the hotel every time we had to come. So that was important. I took my time to learn something from everyone that my path crossed. Were there tough times? Oh yes, there were. There were times that I felt, well, maybe this is not for me, but it was also a fun learning experience. Yes, it was. The 7 weeks of this program was more than, I learned more than I bargained for, and so it was great. Now I saved the last for the best. Chef Pierre Rabia, he taught with his heart, and I bugged him and my colleagues with every question on what we were learning. Some of them may have sounded stupid, but hey, my goal was learning, so I did what I could to ask those questions in order to learn. So thank you, Chef P. I'm grateful for the invaluable wealth of wisdom and knowledge you poured out of yourself to us. I am glad. Thank you all for the wonderful, positive opportunity. I want to thank Coach Juno, even though he's moved on to greater things, hopefully, for working with us on this program. He emphasized the importance of diligence and not giving up, but he also emphasized the importance of being honest to ourselves. And when we realize that we can't do it anymore, it's important to say we can't do it so that we can find, a better route. So he was very supportive in the kitchen, walking all around and encouraging each and every one of us, giving us tips. Your nice skill, do it this way. He was very helpful, and we all benefited. And I want to thank my colleagues. I want to thank Chef Jessica, Chef Colette, Chef Chef Cassandra, Chef Darius, Chef Matthew, Chef Adila, Chef Haruko, Chef Yuri, Chef Cha, and Chef Imani. They taught what they knew, and we all learned from each other, so that was a blessing. I want to thank my family and my loved ones, my friends, my support system. Thank you. Thank you to all of you. This was a blessing to me, and I pray that God blesses this program and causes it to continue to flourish, and bless you all. Thank you so much.